A big topic right now is Zoom fatigue in school. Students getting bored, students feeling fatigued, students losing their love of learning because they're doing their learning over Zoom. In this video, I want to propose an alternative theory that maybe it's not Zoom, maybe it's not the fact that we're online, even though looking at a computer for that long is tough, but I don't think it's Zoom that's boring and fatiguing. I want to propose that perhaps it is the teaching that's boring and fatiguing. This is a challenge for teachers, this teaching online stuff, and it requires a different approach. If we just take what we've been doing and put it online, then of course it's going to be boring because we're not around the people that we would normally be around. We're not doing the same things that we would normally do. But the teacher can amp the energy up, which is a challenge for teachers, but doable. In this video, I wanted to show you a framework around that I often think about, and there are three levels really from the teacher's perspective. The first one we'll call normal, which is basically taking what you would normally do on a face-to-face lesson in a face-to-face class and putting it online. This is where I feel like the fatigue sets in, because what we do face-to-face, if we literally just take that and put it online, it doesn't really work. Now, that being said, we can't keep everything high energy all the time. That would be like sprinting constantly. So we do need some stretches of normal, even though we're online. But frequently we're gonna have to bump it up a notch to what I call level 2, which is animated. And all this is doing something like this, where we're being, maybe we're using our hands a little bit more, maybe we're engaging with our audience, and we at least look like we're super interested in the topic that we're teaching about. And then that brings us to level 3, which should be used in small doses, but is effective, and that is crazy. This is where you do something that you totally wouldn't do if you were face-to-face, and something a little outlandish, really going for the entertainment value while still making a point pedagogically. Let me show you a few examples of this.
To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles. To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles.
To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or take arms against a sea of troubles.
The periodic table of elements is a tabular display of the chemical elements, which are arranged by atomic number, electron configuration, and recurring chemical properties. The periodic table of elements is this super cool chart of all of the elements that have ever been discovered. And each little square has all the characteristics so that you know how they operate. So like if you take oxygen and you take hydrogen, you put it together and it makes water. There's antimony, arsenic, aluminum, selenium, and hydrogen, and oxygen, and nitrogen, and rhenium, and nickel, neodymium, deuterium, germanium, and iron, erythium, ruthenium, uranium, europium, zirconium. On January 6th, insurrectionists invaded the Capitol. It was an affront to American democracy. Did you see what happened January 6th? It was unbelievable. Insurrectionists coming in, police, firearms. It was crazy. It was an affront to American democracy. This represents democracy. This represents the insurrectionists.
And so, as you can see, just about anything can be taught online with the right level of energy. So if your kids are in a class with a teacher who's really nailing the online learning thing, drop them a note to say thank you, because they are working really hard. And if your kids are in a class that they're not super excited about, drop them a note and let them know. Teachers love getting good, constructive feedback to enhance the online learning experience. Thanks so much for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more fun videos like this, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.